So unajua ukisema ulikuwa unaperformia Moi and then somebody looks at you like somebody wouldn't even imagine and think that's true.
Don't look like
so
good.
you look like really good. You look really good. So I'm assuming you take care of yourself. Like that's a priority.
I do.
So in terms of fitness, in terms of health, you take that like very serious.
I take my health and my life very seriously.
So unaenda gym nini hizo ma diet?
Gym. No, I don't do diet, but I love eating.
Okay.
So that's why I work out very hard. I work out like I'm a workout guru. To an extent, if I don't work out for 2 weeks, I think my sleep is affected. Yeah, imagine.
I wish I was you though. Wow.
Anyway, it's also because I love eating, so I have to work out. Yeah.
Me, I love eating. Na hata siwezi jipeleka gym.
What's up, web riders? Welcome to the Tide Clique Podcast.
How you guys doing?
Let me tell you one thing.
When husbands wanakuwa parents. Men muna cheat kutushinda.
Why do you fear men?
We are the Clique Gang.
Shaanza kusmile. Oh, bring it on, darling.
We're riders. Welcome to another episode number 42. Manze kijana wako mpole Joe.
And it's your girl Suzy.
Nakwambia today the set. Kuna meta. Leo boicha ni mimi tuna represent hapa. Feminine energy iko 100%. No. Wacha tuseme 60% because mimi na hold 40%. Okay. And today we have the lovely acha introduce.
Yeah, let's give her the
But the
honors.
beautiful, kindly guest wetu. So would you introduce kwa web riders wakutambue?
Hi guys, my name is Zyl Shirley, aka Mama Shanariha Evans.
Zyl, that's a unique name. Just kia Zyl.
I've never sijasikia msi anaitwa Zyl.
So basically, Zyl is for Zilpa. It's just like a short form. Yeah, the full name is Zilpa.
How did you, like, your parents gave you that name?
You don't read your Bible, right?
I wouldn't know.
Oh, it's a Bible name. It's a Christian name.
Yeah,
From the Bible.
Zilpa was one of King Solomon's concubines.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But I was named after my grandmother. Yeah, my grandmother was called Zilpa, so it goes way back.
Oh, nice.
Wait, Zilpa alifanya nini ndo akapata mention? Because you can imagine Solomon alikuwa na concubines wangapi?
Hey.
Around like
Kwa wengi,
500.
yeah.
Sindio?
Sasa kulikuwa na wale
almost
legit,
450.
wale walikuwa wamependwa kama mimi.
But then there's a fun fact about like Solomon and the concubines. Alikuwa anawamarry because of like who strengthened the power in the kingdom. Sindio?
Yeah.
So I wonder we was
Also alikuwa rich, that's why alikuwa pia anachukua maneno.
lazima ungeingiza tu hiyo mambo na rich hapa.
Yeah.
You can't be a poor man with a lot of women. What are you doing?
Kuja wacha kwetu uone.
Hey, nyi wa Kenya msikie.
Wait, why? Mbona? Why is that so?
No, you cannot make a lot of women suffer. Seriously, if you want to go that route, just make sure you can take care of your women, right? All of them.
I agree with that as well.
Love and money. But anyway, karibu to the podcast. Really nice to have you here. And yeah, so we just want to go through some stuff. Like, first of all, there's a post nilikuwa nimeona on your Instagram. The first post. Okay, sijui kama uli delete any other post, but ulikuwa umeka kwa ofisi. Tuchipuke pamoja Africa. Yes. Remember that time? I think hii post ilikuwa 2017, January 17.
Yeah, we founded Tuchipuke Pamoja Africa in 2016 in April. Actually, Tuchipuke Pamoja Africa is a non-governmental organization. I'm also the founder and the executive director.
Okay.
And what we do is youth empowerment in different aspects like talent development, mentorship.
Okay.
Yeah, and just skills and training.
Best.
So that's why that's my office.
Nakuona hapo 9 to 5. Kumbe there's a time ulikuwa 9 to 5. Corporate woman, eh?
Yeah.
So what were you guys like mainly focused? Ama like ulikuwa based wapi? Ulikuwa based in Mombasa or?
Yes, based in Mombasa, in Tao, actually Jundani building. Yes, our office was there for the longest time before we moved. Yeah.
Was that your first corporate job?
I'd say yes. I've mostly been self-employed, like running businesses. But I won't even say like my first job or rather corporate or something, because it's also something that I founded.
Oh, you're
only
part
that
of
we needed to have an office for the NGO. Yes.
Okay.
But it's also part of my baby. Yeah.
Okay, so Zyl, before we get to where you we see you know you're a CEO, and let's go back and see where you started. How was it as you grew up? as you become the woman you are right now?
Okay, so I was born and brought up in Nairobi, Islando area.
Okay.
Yes, Kaloleni Estate, basically. Yeah, that's where I grew. That's where I did my also primary level school around there. And
brush off hivyo. You have to mention the name.
But let me tell you one thing. Tuliambiwa una age fulani ukifika, you don't need to mention ati sijui nilienda primary hapa, nilienda secondary hapa. You just need to say if I have a master or PhD and what I'm doing currently.
Okay.
Hizo news za kitambo azimata.
But inaweza kuwa kuna mtoto wako pale atakuja kuwatch and atani inspire. Mimi naweza fika penye zile.
Wacha nikwambie kitu moja. Wewe pali huko get inspired. You can make it in life. Yani pali huko tu no names. We just work hard, focus, put your mindset in what you want to do and work towards it na uta make it. So wachana na mambo sijui ati sijui nilikuwa shule gani.
Okay, so the ex-primary school,
Yes. Yeah, so then I went to Nyanza Province. That time got Nyanza Province because ni Kisumu counties and different for my secondary school. Yeah, then I finished, came back to Nairobi as well. Hustled for a while. I moved to Mombasa in 2010. Yes.
Oh, nice, beautiful journey. Got married.
Of course, yeah.
Kids.
Actually, it's marriage that brought me to Mombasa.
Mlipatania huko
Mwanaume
Kisumu?
alinileta huko.
Alikwambia kuja tuanze.
Nilimpenda alafu akaniambia anatoka Mombasa, akaniambia anataka nihame.
Hapo sasa hiyo Jaimit mcost. Ni mcost.
No, he's Luo but born and brought up here. Yes.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. So, I don't know. So after getting to Mombasa, now that you maybe I don't know if ushai kuja tena Mombasa kutoka Kisumu.
Of course nilikuwa nakaa Mombasa sana nikikuwa venye nimemaliza shule. Hata before kabla nimalize shule because budangu alikuwa na at some point alikuwa na work coast. Yeah, alikuwa nafanya refinery Changamwe. So tukiwa watu tuliletwa sana Mombasa.
Okay.
Yeah, family trips and all that. Budangu alikuwa na was so big on holidays and family trips. So we were always in Mombasa. Actually pale home ghetto tulikuwa tunaonekanaga sisi ndo tourists. Yeah, so it was so amazing.
I'm interested kujua like hustle gani ndo ulikuwa unafanya Nairobi before sasa ukuja Umarika.
Mimi nimefanya kila kitu. Nimeact. Yeah, nimeact ChatterBox.
Nice.
KNT National Theatre. Nimefanya ka receptionist Norfolk Hotel. Nimekuwa Vixen.
Norfolk is just opposite, ndio?
Basically that's how I go. Actually, I started immediately I finished school. I started doing ChatterBox acting and traveling to different schools to ChatterBox,
Yeah.
So acting and kufundisha watu hiyo part. And because I was there, so pia nilikuwa kwa sababu kama shule haiko session inamaanisha hakuna job. Yeah, so kuna best yangu alikuwa gawaita hapo akaniambia kuna opening kidogo so I just went and applied and alikuwa nataka receptionist and I got a job at Norfolk. I didn't stay there for long as well because I liked traveling and pale ilikuwa limit so much. Alafu hiyo mambo sijui ya kurauka mara umetoka late like I just realized at a very young age that was not the line of work that I wanted to do.
Ni vizuri kutoka mapema cause mtu akishakalia hiyo kwanza ukielea tu just for 1 year.
I know.
That kind of 9 to 5 you are like stuck there. Kutoka hapo na ngumu. Okay, so you did the traveling and hiyo National Theatre wase wengi wamepitia hapo.
KNT imejenga wase wengi.
What year was that ukifanya ChatterBox?
You want to calculate my age?
No, I don't want.
Like kama barabara ilikuwa imemaliziwa hiyo area.
I feel like I have seen you somewhere. Like nataka kwa sure. I hope si kwa ChatterBox kwa shule yenye nilikuwa.
I'd say that's 205 to 206.
Okay.
Yeah. Hiyo period ya 205 to 206.
Bado nilikuwa sijafika high school.
Ni watoto wadogo.
So umetoka hapo, you did the ChatterBox, umetoka hapo ka receptionist. Is there anything that you think you picked up from the National Theatre that you think right now imekufikisha place huko? Because I'm thinking that's what the basis of like acting started. Ama ilianza high school?
I picked up a lot and I'll tell you for free watu kama kina Jalas niliona wakianza. hapo KNT akifanya setbox pia yeye tu, you get.
Yeah.
Awinja the same and look at where they are right now. So your time Kenya ilikuwa imeanza kukua big on local content, but si zile za kawaida za KBC vyo jamaa kamani ama nini. So I think motivation pia zilikuwa zimeanza come through more.
Ndio ile time ya maybe Tide High.
Yes, so Tide High by the way.
Yeah.
Actually huyu msichana mrembo wa Tide High ni Sarah Hassan. Akikujaga kwa audition Tide High tulimuona like akikuja, you get. So what I've picked up is that honestly, if you really work hard and you put your mind in the right place, uta make it in life, because hawa ni watu niliona wakianza. They pushed through, angalia pali wako sahi, the directors, the producers.
True. And actually that's when nilikuwa nataka kuuliza like what makes nini differentiate ourselves, because ukiangalia like Tide High and also maybe like other like small like Beba, you remember Beba? Yeah, NTV. Like ukiangalia there were some people in that like the cast whereby ukiangalia 10-20 years later maybe their lives are totally different, yet walikuanga in the same set, the same I'm assuming the same also salary and all that, the same experience, the same exposure. Like what does it take to set aside like to be a unique actor or actress ndo uweze ku make it in life?
I'd say your upbringing is very critical on who you become later in life. That's number one, but there are so many factors also included, like who do you surround yourself with? Because same Tide High, we have people like Sarah Hassan, who's like big time producer, big time director, like amazing industry mogul, especially in the creative and film industry. Yet the same kipindi ikona, sorry to say, but I have to mention somebody like Omosh, who has gone, and even OJ, you remember OJ?
Yeah,
he was in rehab at some point and all that. So hautasema ati sijui what walikuwa na the same opportunity ama nini, but discipline is really important in this industry. Okay, not really this industry, everywhere. Whatever you do, discipline is extremely important. Kama unajipenda na unajua value yako, and you actually know what where you want to be in life, you really need to put the right structures in place. Lazima uwe na discipline. So at some point ukikosa tu hiyo, vitu wagatu zinaanza kuharibika. It doesn't matter what you have built, it will all come down.
True.
Na kitu mbaya sasa is that when you're famous, or rather you are known, people celebrate you, people have watched you on TV, and then there's negative news behind it. People will always dwell on that as opposed to what you actually did.
The good things
that you've done. So what I've picked up is that discipline is really, really important. You really have to stay focused. You have to work hard. Relationships are equally very important.
Relationships gani?
Friends, relationships, even just, work relationships. Let me tell you one thing, you are here because somebody brought you here.
True.
You might have this job because somebody aliku-refer. Unless maybe kuna job ilianansiwa tu kwa gazeti na ukaenda mahali na ukapata job, which rarely just happens. In most cases kuna kwa gana godfathers.
True.
In most cases kuna kwa gana referrals. Like najua mi ni head accountant somewhere, and wanataka probably some trainees kwa field ya accounting ama nini. Automatically I'll refer somebody that I know, not necessarily my family, but somebody that I know. But hey, mtu wanani anafanyaga hii, wacha jaribu. So relationships are very, very important.
There's a name they usually give it. Networth.
Yeah, your network is
your network is very important. Like the people you surround yourself with, the people you know.
Yeah.
Like kwanza hii Kenya yetu like kupata tu kazi kadogo.
It's everywhere. Si Kenya yetu, it's everywhere. I've seen it happen everywhere. It's everywhere. Yeah, it's only
so it's not a negative thing kujua watu. Like you like
it is very important kujua watu. Why can it be negative? Always you cannot survive solo. You cannot. It is very important to know people, and it is very important for people to know you, and to people to value you, and always have your name in their mouth, in the right spaces, and in the right community where they can always be like, by the way, somebody does this, maybe you should consult them. Si hata zile watu wanaongea tu stories za ujinga zile za kuingia Nairobi gossip wendo unatajwa, you get, it doesn't make sense.
That's true.
Yeah.
So talking of upbringings, siblings ukona?
Yes, we are 5.
Hey, congrats to your mom and dad.
5 when
sisi kwetu tuko 4.
Okay,
I'm the second born.
You're the second born.
Yeah, I'm the second born.
I'm the third born.
Nice. Okay. So how was it growing up in Caroline, Islando?
Sita kudanganya mi kwa sababu nilizaliwa huko na huko ndo pale nilikuwa hiyo time. For me that time it was amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, alafu nimekwambia sisi ndio wale tulikuwa tunakujaga coast every other holiday. So ololo like it's ghetto, like ghetto fabulous properly. You get. Sasa ile kujaribu it's ghetto but wewe ndo budako anafanya job Mombasa, so they don't even care budako anafanya gani Mombasa, labda kuchimba mtaro or something, you get, but ni Mombasa, you get. So shule zikifungwa December mko coast. Do you know that's a very big deal? It's like umeenda London or somewhere, like in our life right now it's like in Alice Jackson umeenda sasa Dubai, kesho kwa South Africa, so that time it was like that, so I would say my parents gave us the best they could. My father was a very hardworking man. He was working here in Mombasa at refineries. Then later he got transferred back to Nairobi. My mother was also very hardworking. She was a secretary at Kenya Railways.
Oh, nice.
Yes, so very two chilled hardworking parents, and we went to the best schools, I'd say. Yeah, especially secondary schools. We went to very good schools. They really worked hard, and like my upbringing was good, and that's all that I knew. So you are like, you compare yourself to the people who are around you. Right now, would I want to live there? Of course not. You get, because probably I know otherwise.
So do you think kuna kitu like the kids nowadays are missing out on maybe we experience during them days?
Yeah, of course. They miss out on a lot of things. But again, life may change. So maybe it won't really matter to them, or they wouldn't care that much. Our time, socializing and going out playing games was really big. You know, kucheza balls, kati, nini vitu kama hizo. But hata sahi ukiwapeleka kwenda kucheza kati, it's like, mom, we don't want to do this. Like times have changed.
Boring for them.
So whatever is good for, like, whatever interests them right now might not necessarily interest us that back then, because again, technology pia kukua.
Yeah, true.
The world is moving on a different direction, tech and AI and what. So them having this kind of life right now is really interesting for them. And again, I'd say, bottom line, these kids are much more intelligent than we were that particular age. So maybe sisi mchezo za kati zilikuwa zinatubamba au hizo wabamba wanaona ni ujinga.
Ni ufala. Ni kweli, the more we go into the next generation, IQ zao zi upanda.
Yeah, it's different. My 13-year-old is like super intelligent. Yeah.
Talking about like your 13-year-old, you're a mom, no?
Yes.
Of 1, 2, 3?
I'm a mom of one.
Oh, how is it?
How is motherhood?
Yeah.
Motherhood is amazing, the best thing ever.
13, that's a teenager.
That's a teenager.
Nasikia, that's the most
dangerous zone.
Hapo ndo wao wanapotoka kidogo, so I don't know.
Kuna stages in parenting. So far I'd say maybe this is my second stage on parenting, because when you give birth kuna ile time ya toddling nini, but kuna watu
so that's the first stage, toddling.
Yeah, hata sitasema ni first stage, tu ni general for everybody, because every 2-year-old, every 3-year-old, every 5-year-old acts the same. Like yeah, they're all kids. You get, people will be like, chana na huyo ni mtoi, but there's the first stage of actually getting into puberty.
Okay.
And puberty begins at 9, I'd say. So at 9 a lot of things start changing, they start seeing their body changes. So hata pia kama mzazi waga unashtuka, by the way, kuna asubuhi mtoi alienda kulala na soprano na ni boy, asubuhi ameamka na mom. Hey, what's happened? You get and I understand it happens overnight, eh?
Yeah,
missing a boy.
Naamkanga hivi unasikia
Yeah, so pia unaanza kuja what is happening? Yeah. So that's the first stage. Kuna hiyo the transition into puberty. And even for girls, as much as with them kidogo zinaanza kunini, but kuna tu vitu zitafanyika even as a parent, and most of mothers will be like, oh God, my daughter is becoming a young woman. Yeah, so kuna hiyo the first one, which is getting into puberty. And then sasa 13 now, it's like they are really discovering themselves, very outspoken. Yani anajiona iko level moja na wewe, by the way. Like moving on. Yeah, and life may change. Like the way we used to get punished is not the way we punish kids right now. So I would say motherhood is the best thing, because you actually create a human being and nurture it. and akuna job delicate na I don't know what
Satisfying
kama hiyo. Yeah, like God entrusts you with a human being. Do you know what that means?
Bado sijafika hapo.
Hawezi jua huyo.
Wewe relax.
Na try kukuprepare in case utafika huko.
Okay.
But kama Mungu anakuentrust na mtoto, that means God knows what you're capable of.
Yeah. There's something you mentioned about like punishing. So how do you punish your kid?
She's just 2 years old.
Si unapaswa uanze saa hii mapema.
I don't punish her, but okay, kuna times nachapa bam. Like, not really hard, but like...
Ameturn to say.
Like,
so I'm getting to the terrible too.
Oh my God.
I know
2
it's
years,
terrible.
2 months.
Ameturn into?
Terrible too.
Kuna terrible
She
one?
makes
No, there's no terrible.
bad
It's just
tantrums.
terrible too.
A no for her. Ukimwambia no, yani ni kama umemwambia sijui nini. She will scream. She will throw herself on the floor. She will roll over.
Yeah.
Yani it is ni kitu yani mpaka I'm like what the hell? Tutatoka hii stage lini? Because me hadi nashindwa sana ndamdiscipline aje. So I just beat her bam. Acha hiyo tabia. Hivyo. Because what else? Because hata ukimwambia
There's nothing you can
do anything.
And I'll tell you why. Unaona at 1 year old, basically a 1 year old going below is a toddler. Huo ni mtu mwenye number 1 kwanza atajui kuongea ama ajui kuexpress feelings ama nini. So at 2 anapata some form of character.
Yes.
Yeah, so ana feel kumbe if these people don't listen to me nijirushe kwa floor nipige masamani fanye nini, then they'll pay attention. That they start building their character from. That's why it's called terrible too. And because wewe umezoea the toddler at 1 year old, then you see her building characters, unaanza kusema this child is terrible. No. She's just developing her own characters na pia anawapima akili because pia anaanza kuunderstand watu around yeye. That's why it's called the terrible too, because they just act up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So when Shan, that's the name, right? So did you introduce her to now the art because you manage her? Yeah, did you introduce her? Ama it's something you saw in her and then you decided to put her in the spotlight and let her now?
Shanariha started singing at 4 years old, and she started through music festivals. Okay. Yeah. That time she was a student at Loreto Academy, and I remember akiingia Loreto, alienda, I think akikuwa 6 or 7 years old, they went all the way to Kakamega for Nationals.
Music festivals.
And she was doing like a solo music thing. Yeah. So she had that kind of confidence in her, and she just loved performing. Of course, ilikuwa hizi vitu za kiddish za kuimba kindergarten and nursery stuff. But again, getting a child to represent, the whole of Coast region on that particular level, and she's like 6 or what years old, was just amazing. So we tulianza kumsupport at that particular time. Alikuwa nafanya music festivals, alikuwa nafanya hizi vitu zote. Then in 2020 COVID hit, and every other kid was now at home. Yeah, so and because people were at home and there was nothing to do, we just said like, okay, tumtafutie extracurricular activity. Na huyu ni mtu anapenda kuimba nini, tukaanza kumpeleka music class hapa hivi Nyali. Chorus Music Academy, shout out to teacher Philip Mbiji. Yeah, so huyo ndo alirealize, this kid has got something special, why don't you mujaribu tu. The dad at that particular time was out of the country. Yeah, so I was here with her alone, and nikampeleka akaanza kufanya vocals training. She was getting so good and so better, and because I usually thank Baba Shanariha because he's somebody also who's very modern minded. Convince Mabuda is a whole different thing.
I know, I understand.
Yeah. So let's try and record something.
Anasema you understand. What do you mean you understand?
See, I understand. To convince them about something going on.
Na tunarudi kwa hiyo. Utatuambia nini walikuwa wanajaribu kuconvince.
Yeah, so tukaenda tukafanya the first recording, and aka-release her first original song. Then after that tukaanza kufuatilia tu na stories kwanza za cover songs na nini, ile to try also kufind arafit wapi. Yeah, and that's how she began her music. So her first professional and rather original song was released when she was 8. Yes, so professionally done, like tulirecord kwa Shirko Media, tukashoot video, which costed so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. how did you feel like seeing her in that spotlight, doing her thing, what she loves?
I'm always proud of her. I'm always proud of her because you always want to see your child doing excellent in so many things. And she has always, like, especially like art and creative world, she has always like, what's next? So it makes me very happy.
No, mna balance aje na masomo?
Beautiful.
She goes to school like a normal child. Monday to Friday school, Saturday, Sunday, that's when she gets into studio. Or rather, we try and shoot those whatever needs to be shot at that particular time. Unless maybe she has like shows that are probably outside Mombasa or rather outside Kenya, because of a show back outside Kenya. I want to really thank her school, the current school she's in right now, Light Academy.
Oh, they're understanding.
Light Academy really supports talent.
Okay.
Yeah. And once your child is really talented and she's got all these calling and all these other commitments, they allow it. They give permission for the child to travel. When she comes back, there's a system that they use to actually try to get her back with the other student at the same pace.
Okay.
Through extra classes and, plus also she has to work hard.
Yeah.
So that's how she
akikuja grades zimeshuka kidogo.
Okay, in our house, number one priority is school.
Yeah.
Yeah, regardless of whatever, you have to perform well in school.
Si pia tungekuwa na wazazi kama nakubalisha uende music.
Sasa kama hizo music festival mamangu ungeniambia kumbe mwanangu.
Ulikuwa unaimba?
Nilikuwa kwanza poems I'm so good.
Who's at your time in primary, who was your president? Kibaki.
Yeah, Kibaki.
So sisi ni watoto wa Moi. Let me tell you why it was so amazing to sing, to perform for Moi at that particular time. Unajua all these public holidays, like they will select like kids from different public schools. They never cared about private schools, public schools. Okay. If you're selected to perform at Moi Day, sijui Kenyatta Day, sijui what. Number one, munaingizwa bata. Munachukua viatu, socks, uniform.
Wow.
Sijui venye alikuwa na kosta watu, yes. All the kids who are going to perform at Nyayo Stadium, yes. We always had the same uniform. Shoes, and I think that is why bata ili excel your time. Tuko tunapatiwa viatu za bata, socks za white, maka huko maboy the same thing, muna wear the same uniform, muna perform. Mukitoka hapo, my friend munaenda State House. State House yote hiyo walikuwa wanaingiaga tu hivi. Na unaenda na mzazi wako, kukula na kukunywa. Like Moi was such a vibe, I'm not lying to you.
Wow.
If you are a Moi era kid, and you are into art ama mambo za kuimbia sijui Moi
nasikia Moi alikuwa anapenda hizo stuff.
Alikuwa na maziwa, alikuwa
na maziwa, tunakunywa maziwa kila Friday. Was it Friday or Wednesday?
Every
school.
So if we had like nikiulizwa kama tumaikuwa na a generous president, by the I think Moi
was very generous
to kids, I guess, one day.
No, even like to the people around.
Moi was, let me tell you one thing, for you to be able to rule a country for that long, even as much as you're a dictator, you have to make people think that they cannot survive without you. And how do you do that? Small things like that. Small things like that. Mtu wangu ananunua uniform na Moi. Huyu president akienda tutakunywa maziwa, sijui nini. Those are the conversations Moi akitoka. Maziwa imeenda.
I don't think anyone else here alikunywa hiyo maziwa isipokuwa.
Nyinyi mkai kama mlikunywa.
The rest.
So unajua ukisema ulikuwa unaperformia Moi and then somebody looks at you like somebody wouldn't even imagine and think that's true.
You don't look
like
so
good.
You look like really good. You look really good. So I'm assuming you take care of yourself. Like that's a priority.
I do.
So in terms of fitness, in terms of health, you take that like very serious.
I take my health and my life very seriously.
So unaenda gym nini hizo diet?
Gym. No, I don't do diet, but I love eating.
Okay.
So that's why I work out very hard. I work out like I'm a workout guru. To an extent, if I don't work out for 2 weeks, I think my sleep is affected. Yeah, imagine.
I wish I was you though. Wow.
Anyway, it's also because I love eating, so I have to work out. Yeah.
Me, I love eating. Na hata siwezi jipeleka gym.
That's one of the best things, and I think I feel it's important for people to actually now start understanding the importance of working out. It's not even about how you look like. It's a whole just mental health. Like it's got a lot of benefits for you yourself and your health, other than even your weight and how you look like.
By the way, I've really like by the way nimeanza kufanya. Unaona kumekuwa na hii pressure ya watu wako kwa app fulani ya step. Inaitwa step up. Oh my god, nilikuwa pressure nilingia hiyo app ndo nipate hiyo pressure
ya kutembea.
Ya kutembea. So unapata kila siku napata mtu ni saa 2 asubuhi. Msee ashapiga 5k steps. Kwani nilikuwa wapi? Usikana merauka kutembea. I'm like hii siku haiwezi shana. Huyu leo lazima nikuwe number 1. So I make sure niko like number 1 2 or 3. Kwa hiyo
naona kuna msee mwingine kwa apartment yetu anashindanga amepita kwa stairs. Nashinda umesahau nini huko chini.
But if you really want for it to be sustainable, start doing it for yourself, not because somebody else is doing it.
So for me, like I feel like I need a drive. I need someone to like motivate me, nataka motivation.
Okay.
Because really I do other things without even motivation, I'm saying. Lakini hapo kwa gym like I have
That's why you draw the line. You need somebody to hold your hand.
Yeah, I need that.
Okay. but it's true. By the I think tunapaswa tufikia a place where like we appreciate exercising, because unajua like the times we are living in whereby people are sitting like from 9 to 5 and like we are always on our laptops, we are always on our phones. Job unapata like transport imekuwa easy, like kuna tuk-tuk, kuna Uber. Like people are ordering food. Glovo wanaweza enda wakufanyie shopping wakulete kwa nyumba. So like we've become a very, I don't want to use the lazy. But we are not moving as much. We are not moving as much. Like that small kutoka hapa kwenda kwa duka inasaidia sana. Na kuna hii kitu lenye wazungu wameanza kuingilia inaitwa longevity. So they are more focused on that. Africans sisi bado tunadeal na malaria, tunadeal na sijui H pylori, I know like some weird diseases. But wazungu pale wao wamefika, mbona smile? Pale wao wamefika, they are trying to prevent the disease before hata ifike, wameshaanza kufocus na vitu kama hizo. So unapata like exercise. So I was looking at an article ilikuwa inasema the importance of like going to the gym and lifting weights. Unapatanga like umeona wale wazae wenye ni mzee lakini bado atumii mkwaju.
Wako
like a walking stick or something like that. It's because unapata mse like akiwa young alikuwa anapiga zoezi ama alikuwa very active, meaning ali build muscles zenye sasa paka sasa bado zinamsustain.
Na watu are not, please, ni hizo weight si mawe msimiti umeka hiyo kitu hata ikwangi balance. Mungu but umeunga one side uko na bicep
umeka kijoni bravo. But yeah, it's true like so try and invest in exercising. It's very important because inafikanga a certain age where like tukifika like 35 around hapo 35 like metabolism yetu haitukubalishi to build muscle very
35. I'm not going to lie to you, because I go to the gym and I see some young women come in, like people who probably I'm like 10 years older than them.
Okay.
And I'm not bragging or anything, but I'm just saying like even level yetu your training is very different, because I'm like you're so young, able push yourself more, man. I'm just here to build my ass. I'm like, no, Aki, I wish you knew the value of just being here, running on that treadmill, piga hizo masquats, because you will really appreciate these 40, 50 years onwards.
True.
Yes, you will really appreciate it. When your friends wanaanza kulia magoti, wanaanza kulia mgongo, and you see with us women it's even worse, because menopause pia inakujaga inakutandika propa ingine na inakujana ma issues.
True.
You just see a very fit woman, unashangaga, ulifanya nini, maybe sijui pesa ama no. They started taking care of themselves.
Yeah.
Really, really early, which is very important. So whether you have a kid, whether you don't have a kid, if you are capable of just working out even from 16 or 17-year-olds, please do. Angalia ba football, angalia mtu kama Beckham. How old is Beckham?
How old is Beckham?
50, I'm thinking 50 plus ndio. Then wewe angalia mabuda wetu hapa 50 plus mwenye hajawahi. Kwanza
Kitambi kalalia mkanda.
And unajua akiamka hivi, yani ni kama mko karibu kwenda kumsukuma, mumshike, kesho kutwa sijui ametembea kidogo, magoti zimemuuma, and I'm like, Beckham ameanza kucheza ball sijui at what particular. Yani body yake iko lit. Na kwa hivyo probably he has probably like 20 or 30 more years in just being. Kwa hivyo by the time atakuwa like 70 still bado atakuwa mtu mwenye bado anajiweza. Sasa sisi hapa angalia 70 year old.
Beckham yote atakuwa na fight tu wrinkles.
Yeah, ni wrinkles by the way. Yeah, ni skin tu itaonyesha but ukiangalia form yake
bado ako sawa.
Ako tu sawa unless maybe gets any injury.
Yeah.
What kind of motivation do you need to go to the gym?
Mimi si hiyo kushikwa mkono.
Nitakushika mkono. Tuanze lini?
Hata kesho ikiwezekana.
Kesho ni Sunday wanafunga Monday.
Takushika mkono tukuchukue hivi tukupeleke gym.
Thank you.
But yeah. So there's a project you're working on or you've been working on inaitwa Young Warriors.
Yeah, Young Warriors Club.
Yeah, so it's something very exciting, interesting, and also like I like what you guys are doing. First of all, do you believe in climate change?
Climate change is the most realist thing.
Yeah. So Mika siamini tunaweza kosana ama
kwanza mimi nitakuuliza mbona uamini? Acha kwanza nikuangalie vizuri.
Sijasema hivyo. But I'm just saying, this is just my thinking. I'm not saying climate change is not real by the way. It's iko sawa. But ukiangalia how the earth ama globe imekuanga always it's getting warmer. That's why tumetoka from the ice age. It's always getting warmer even without like human beings and all that. Ikiendelea kukunini. So ni kitu yenye bado iko. Whether tuko ama hatuko, climate change.
How do you say that? Nataka uniambie imekuwa warmer lini kama hatuko kwa on earth?
Even during the ice age, like ukiangalia during the ice age when the globe was covered with ice, for it like now ndo ianze ku break and the continents ianze ku break out, the earth itself was getting warmer. Sindio, the core ilikuwa inaanza kukua even more warmer. So that's why like kukatoka hiyo ice age and then start tukaingia the next phase. So like the globe always gets warmer. Kenya tumi usema ni as human beings like tunaiharakisha, like we make it now.
Yeah.
Faster.
Yeah. So like unaangalia graph, if it was getting warmer now after human beings ando ina shoot juu.
So now there's something small that I want to explain. What you're saying is also true. The planet has always constantly becoming warmer, and of course even with seasons and all that everything changes. But you should also understand this particular planet, the population keeps on growing. Right. So at some point in life we had so much land meaning we had so much forestry and whatever
trees.
It is common knowledge kwamba trees absorb what? Carbon from the atmosphere. Oxygen, and it is common knowledge that a lot of carbon in the atmosphere has an effect on the global warming, on the capacity on how it really controls a lot of
temperature and all that.
A lot of temperature and sea levels and so many things. So why was climate change not an issue back then? It is because the level of industrialization we have right now is not the same as back then. Right now we have industries everywhere. It is very hard to get. Actually, let me tell you one thing. As Africans, we are not experiencing hardcore climate change effects because we still have forests.
Yeah, true.
You get? We still have normal nature things that really supports our ecosystem.
Okay.
Now, a country like India, a country like China, kina states kina wapi, where wakiona any small space, we can build a company here. The company takes away the green nature, which basically common sense, that is the first thing that is actually absorbs carbon, right? They build forests. They build companies and industries. Companies and industries, whatever is being manufactured there, carbon has to be, the emission has to go out.
Yes.
Meaning our atmosphere becomes even more and more saturated. Yet hakuna njia ingine ya kucombat. It's even worse right now that now, other than kuwa ma forests na all these bushes, they've gone ahead to now even start taking spaces za oceans and seas.
Yeah, true.
Like what we've seen here at Kibarani where the port inajengwa. The entire place was a sea, was the Indian Ocean. But ikakuja kabwagwa mchanga ikafanywa nini, so tunaenda tukilimit. The factors that actually control climate on Earth or even have the capacity to absorb carbon at the highest level is our oceans, our water bodies, and our forests. Which both of them tunaharibu. Now, tukishaharibu, and then we don't have factors to actually try and rehabilitate them or bring them back to life. Sasa we start having extreme high temperatures. Extreme high temperatures, out of blues, wildfires, like what happened in the States just the other day. Moto inaweza waka, but ikakuwa controlled. Mkakuja mkazima. How was that so uncontrollable?
Walikuwa nafukuzwa. Hiyo ndio ilikuwa theory.
Walikuwa nafukuzwa because the fire was uncontrollable. The fire was burning houses like at a very wild rate.
And also floods.
Why? Because hakuna number one, upepo iko like it's already so hot. Unajua moto ikiwaka pale na hapa kuna joto ingine ya ajabu. If you've been to the Middle East, my husband has worked in the Middle East. Amefanya job Afghanistan, amefanya job Iraq. Walikuwa naambiwa unaenda nje for 8 minutes.
Alikuwa army.
Amework for army.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Unaenda nje for 8 minutes na unarudi kwa shelter for 1 hour.
Okay.
That was the nini because wako na extreme high temperatures even like 60-70 plus. Sisi hapa Kenya tukifika 34 tunaanza kulia. So imagine 50-60s. 50-60s. And do you know why? These are countries that don't even have nini. They don't have forests. They just have mountains and oil.
Yeah.
So such a place, ikashika moto kidogo, moto zinaanza tu erupt everywhere because already it is hot. Wanataka tu the small instigator and then everything. Yeah, that is why now where the problem is coming from. So yes, I believe in climate change and I believe we can reduce it.
Okay.
We can reduce it. Our work is to take care of this planet to reduce the effects of climate change.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for the young warriors, so what's your aim and what's the vision and the values you guys hold?
Okay, so Young Warriors Club is actually an organization that was founded by my daughter.
Okay.
Yes,
Nice.
she's also a founder of Young Warriors Club. And let me just go back a bit and explain to you how this came out. So my daughter authored a book called The Ocean Warrior.
Ocean Warriors.
Before she authored the book called Ocean Warriors, when she started doing music, we wanted her to... We just don't want her to be like a normal random celebrity mwenye okay we kazi yako tu ni kuimba na kudance and then that's like we want somebody like be popular with a purpose as well, like try and solve a social issue. So she went through a program called Kikao Cultures. And Kikao Cultures is actually an organization that ilimwona wakasema wanataka kumtrain on SDGs. Now, do you know what SDGs are? Oh, unajua climate change, you should know what SDGs is.
SDGs, I know like the, should I say goals or objectives that the UN had for like 2030? 2030
Yeah,
or somewhere.
2030.
So kuna clean water, accessibility to clean water, education, affordable education.
Uko sawa eh?
I didn't do my research.
So there was an agenda for UN on how they will want the world to be shaped in the next few years up to 2030. And because of that, they developed the 17 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals.
Yeah.
So that is what the SDG means, Sustainable Development Goals. There are 17 of them. There's no poverty, quality education, gender equality, life below water, life on land, that is environment, climate change, and so many other around. There are 17 of them, so there's a lot of around them. So what Kikao Cultures does is that they wanted to educate children about SDGs. Why? Because our education system here in Africa does not go into depth like that to actually teach our kids normal current world issues. Hizo unafundishwa sijui mekatilili ukilearn about yeye saina kusaidiana
Hata na yuko.
ama sijui dictator Idi Amin sijui ni Uganda. How does that help you? Like we're not even teaching kids like normal
real matters that
are actually happening and affecting their lives. So that is what Kikao Cultures did. So they picked a few students from around the world and they trained kids on the 17 sustainable goals just to have an idea of what all that is all about. Then when you're still in that program, you're mandated to pick a goal that you'll actually follow through. Sawa?
Yeah.
So my daughter living in Mombasa and having this beautiful ocean by where she lives, she said she wants to do something to do with the ocean. And that's SDG number 14, which is life below water.
Below water, marine.
Yes. So she started doing ocean advocacy. She started organizing beach cleanups and just doing small clips of teaching kids what really SDG 14 is all about. Yeah. And through that, she got to learn about really becoming affiliated and doing the work of actually taking care of the ocean. At that particular time, she was only doing the ocean. So the program ended, and she wanted to continue doing it.
Yeah.
Yes, and because she was already doing the beach cleaning and even advocating against plastic pollution, she said she wants to write a book. And I helped her write the book. Yeah, it's a children's book. I wish I would have carried it.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe you'll share mkiea hii mtaonyesha
Yeah.
how it looks like.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
will. Fellah,
So
do
she
your
did a
thing
book
hapa
called The
kando.
Ocean Warrior. It's basically a children's storybook about her life.
Yeah.
Okay.
And teaching the kids about the importance of becoming involved in matters to do with cleaning and taking care, protecting and conservation of the ocean.
Yeah.
So after she did that, she started getting a lot of collaborations like Kenya Maritime Authority, Kenya Marine and Fisheries Industries, and other local community-based organizations that wanted to work with her in matters to do with this. And so, because you cannot just be a single entity doing all these many things, she wanted to like have her own organization where she can also now teach kids what she knows.
Akaingia mashinani.
Akachukua
Akaingia kwa ground.
ground. We started with our neighbors
Washow.
from where we live and her classmates, and she formed our own organization of Young Warriors Club. So that is what is called Young Warriors Club. And what Young Warriors Club basically does is they teach children about sustainable development goals, but we've only picked 4.
The 4 goals.
Life on land, because that is the environment. Life on water, which is ocean. Conservation and restoration of our ocean. We are also doing climate change, because if we don't take care of our land and our ocean, climate change is going to continue being an issue for us, right? True. So that's the third one. And the other one is affordable water, affordable and clean water. Yes. So that is Young Warriors. That is Young Warriors. And what they do is that she's been organizing monthly beach cleaning activities for the last 2 years. And I'm glad to say she has collected over 160,000 kilograms of plastic waste from our oceans. Now, you see what you guys do. Mwendaga ocean. I'm very glad there's no plastic here today.
Yeah, see how
But
It's not us. Me see how
Yeah.
me. I'm not going to do that.
People go to the beach.
Yakina Joe.
People go to the beach. They use their plastic. Wanazitupa
wanaziacha
hapo.
hapo.
Zikiachwa hapo kama kijua kitu moja, plastic waga decay. You know that, eh?
Yeah.
A plastic can survive millions of years.
Yes.
So it gets into the ocean.
Not like some people's relationship, yani. I'm just saying.
Kuna machungu na nani? Yeah, so the plastic gets into the ocean. Number one, they affect the marine life because some of this plastic, the fish confused as food, zinakula zinakuwa choked. Now, it's even worse because just the other day, there was some scientific issues wakisema human blood imeanza kupatikana na microplastic. Because we are eating
the fish.
seafood. And they're eating plastic. And why cancer is rampant right now in some weird diseases, right? That's true. Yeah. Plastic itself, again, goes and kills the marine life, like coral reefs, things that actually provide food for the fish and all that. So it affects so many things, So she's been able to clean over 160,000 kilograms of plastic waste from our ocean, from our beach lines. Another program is that she plants mangroves. You know what mangroves are?
Yeah.
Zile zenye ziko karibu na ocean, zile miti zenye zi.
Yeah, do you know why mangroves are important though? Just give
They
me a wild guess.
They hold the sand.
That's really good, yeah.
So
So
smart.
So where mangroves are, hakuwezi kuwa na tsunami na hakuwezi kuwa na zinaitwa nini? Floods and whatever, because zinanyonya maji sana na zina prevent floods and hurricanes. Yeah. So marines are really important for our coastlines because they protect our shorelines and the communities living. Even sisi Mombasa, we need mangroves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number one, they're a habitat where the nini fish zinataga mayai na zina
Plus, I've never seen a lot of them. Ziko tu kibarani.
so now that is where the problem is like kibarani zilikuwa nyingi but because industries zinakuja na zinakatwa mangroves have the ability to absorb carbon 5 more times than a forest than normal tree so we need mangroves a lot so she has a campaign running to plant 1 million mangroves. We've planted a little over 200,000. We are having the next activity in March. And I hope you guys will come and join us.
Invite us.
Yes, the Clique podcast, lazima Tide Clique, lazima mkuje. Kwanza mnakita Tide, you really need this.
Yeah, we do.
Yes, so, and then she also does climate literacy. Climate literacy, we go to schools. She's an educator. She educates her fellow peers on what climate change is, how to get involved and just start on small actions like cleaning the beach. Come and join us to plant mangroves. Young kids, let's do this because clearly watu wazee hata washughuliki na hawataki. You get, and we need a better and more protected planet. So this is what she does. She does climate literacy programs across schools.
Hey,
Been amazing.
Yeah. Have a look at this. Yani sisi tukigrow up, sisi tunafikiria kucheza kati, kucheza na mchanga hapo sijui
talk for yourself.
No.
Talk for yourself.
Let's agree. That's what you used
Mimi nilikuwa napanda miti.
Uongo.
Kwa bana mimi tunafagia.
Kuna different meaning.
Utuameni gani? Alikuwa anacheza kibaba kimama. Ndio maana.
Tulikuwa tunafagia esto. So hiyo ni environment.
Ulikuwa unapata manual jobs, hiyo ni normal. It's like kufagia nyumba. Sio esto nyinyi ndio mmechafua.
Hapana. Hiyo ni ile esto, like unajua esto yetu ilikuwa ngazile ziko pavemented. So mnaenda huko nje kule kwa takataka.
Uko privileged.
Soft life. Cool kids.
So that's
cool
nice.
kids,
Like that's a very bold and like encouraging to hear like young kids wanafanya vitu kama hizo. So let's come back to you and like your acting career.
No, I didn't have an acting career. I was just doing that because I was broke and idle.
It's still a career. Our careers, we do them because we are broke. We need to pay bills.
Let me not. What is CGC for? Me, I didn't have an acting career.
Yeah. But you're casted in movie.
Let me tell you one thing. Mimi mamangu ilikuwa ni ukimaliza shule by the way. Unajua nimekwambia Buda alikuwa na work coast na mother alikuwa na work Nairobi. So ukimaliza shule, si hao watu wengine wako boarding. Saa zile anatoka home saa moja akienda job. Anafunga nyumba yake na mlango yake na kifungu na anaenda nayo. My friend. Jisort. So kama wewe ni boy, anza izitoka route 11 kwenda industrial area kwanza kutafuta job. Watu wa Nairobi wanajua inda. Utapata tu job. Ya kubeba siju gunia ama ya kufanya. You'll get something, you will do something. Because yeye nyumba yake haina lunch.
Hakuna mtu anapika lunch.
Sasa so umemaliza shule.
Jipange.
Sasa mimi nikaanza kwenda Kenya National Theatre ku act. So that is not my acting career.
So what's a career basi?
Or what did you want to do while you grew up?
I actually started
akiwa hapo akiwa maliza shule said I want to be a
what did I want to be? I don't remember, but I started studying nursing, which I never completed. I dropped out because of school fees issues. Then I just got into the creative industry.
But we saw you were casted at Mkasi. How was it?
Acting is it's quite an experience. It's so easy. Salute to Daudi. Done amazing project. One of the best producers and I don't know, amazing. Like kama mnajua Daudi mwenye pete Sanura. So Daudi is a personal friend, yeah. So that is why alini. Sitasema nilikuwa casted. Nilikuwa extra.
Ulikuwa na line?
Watu.
2-3 hivi.
Iko sawa. Sasa shida ni ile tu unapita. Mbona na ule ni nani ameenda hivyo? So it's not something you'd want to follow like kabisa and like,
no.
But you're saying acting is easy, so I'm assuming it's something you can do.
It's not easy. It's interesting. It's exciting.
What's the exciting part of it?
Kwambia cut, roll.
You know when you do something and then it's getting seen by so many people and they actually appreciate your art.
Yeah.
It's just like music. Like when you release music and then everybody's singing to it. You get there's something exciting about it. Like people really appreciate what you're giving out. So acting is like they were like, hiyo program ilikuwa fiti, wali perform poa.
You wouldn't want that feeling like every time.
Again.
Okay, I don't have time to be an actress. It actually requires a lot of time.
What's your time sahi na consume nani?
My child, and we have a lot of projects running, so I just don't have the time for that.
Okay.
Okay, so can
Personally,
I ask?
I would like to see you on the screens. I
Why
think you
though?
have the face for it.
But see, I'm going to be on screen with this.
Ushajibiwa.
Ama mwende kuneka kwa screen, mnaenda kuni blackout.
Hapana.
Sasa.
Nasema big screen. Ile nikiingia cinema or something like
Do you know there's nothing bigger like YouTube right now, eh?
Because personally, I think yeah.
Tuanzie kwanza. Do you know there's nothing bigger than YouTube right
Yeah.
now? So that's the big screen we have.
Yeah.
Yes. Hata kina Netflix hawajafikia YouTube. So please, tuko kwa big screen tayari.
No, the reason why I'm saying that is because I feel like the Kenyan industry, kwanza ikikuja kwa film, it's going to take off. Like, okay, ishaanza ku take off.
Yeah.
Because like you look at the kind of productions kina Abel wanatoa kina Phil. It's nice quality like productions.
Yeah.
Ndio. Hata ukiangalia sasa ukikuja back even to the theaters, even like the theaters zenye zinatoka even currently say it's
We have
really
very good
good
content
theaters.
right now, yeah.
So I'd like to see like a face like yours there.
Why?
Once they take off. Kuna zile tu sura unajuanga tu ni za
tuseme
TV.
tu kweli
But
umalize.
this,
Ndio
Ndio
nashangaa
kusema
because hizo
tuseme.
sura ziko.
Si wengi wako na sura unataka kusema.
so we were in these projects that so okay, what kind of projects are you dealing with right now zenye zina consume?
Okay, so my daughter is an artist.
You manage her?
Yes, I manage her. And she's not only a musician. Like I've said, she does
Yeah.
so many things. And plus she's a student, meaning that she needs somebody to help her put everything in place while she's also busy in school.
Yeah. So how
And that is me. Eh?
your relationship, your dynamic inakwangaje? When is it time for you to be a manager and when is it time for you to be a mom?
Honestly, I don't know because right now it's more or less like the same thing. I really don't know. Initially, ningekwambia mapema when she started off, because everything was still the workload was easier.
Yeah.
Ningekwambia once we are home, then we're just at home and we are children. I'm a parent and nini. But with what she's doing right now, and she's doing a lot,
Okay.
and on a daily basis we're just consumed one way or the other. Hata tukipiga story utasikia tu. By the way, unakumbuka Saturday kuna hii program, we need to go to the studio. After that you're supposed to go, you have a speaking engagement. So yeah, this week nafaa kuprepare how to probably speak. Sawa. So inamaanisha the whole of that week kama speaking engagement iko on Friday, Monday to Thursday tukipiga story, as much as stories za kawaida, but in between lazima nete. So usha prepareaje? Then okay, I also feel maybe nilifikiria kitu you should do ABCD. So we are always working and we are always just like it's a whole symbiotic thing. I don't know. I cannot separate.
Okay. Anakulipa poa?
Yeah?
Anakulipa poa?
I am happy.
Makanga chini wambia but kuna venye hii mwezi. But then how does that work? How does that work? Because I'm assuming you do get payments from the gigs you get from the corporates.
I'm a manager, yes. I get a percentage.
So you get, and for her, is it like you set it aside for a fund, maybe university funds or something like that? How does that work when it comes to the finances?
So number one, both the dad and me are the parents, and the work of a parent is to pay school fees, whether your child is making money or not. At no particular time is she mandated to start paying her own school fees. Like, I don't...
So
at
her
least for us, we don't
money
operate like
is
that.
her money.
So another thing you should also understand is that the way music business is that you always have to be in production, and production costs money.
Yes, true.
So hata kipiga show alipe 1 million. Now the next few months we have a music video to shoot. This money is pumped back into production. Because without production, then there is no content. Yeah. So that is the way it works. Of course, there's a percentage that goes for her savings and all that, but because this is also just like any other business, you have to keep on pumping back money.
So, Zyl, I don't know, this is not anything serious, but before we wrap up, have you ever had an embarrassing moment? Like any, hata kama si recent, any embarrassing moment ushaikuwa nayo?
Aki sijui. Imagine mwaga nachukua vitu positively. Saa hata mi sionagi kitu kama ni embarrassing. Inaweza kuwa embarrassing but mi sikuona kama ni embarrassing.
Jo?
Keep me out of your story of embarrassment. I don't get embarrassed, me.
Like I'm just saying, like I hardly get embarrassed. Me, like
Shame
I
is
don't
not in my
know.
vocabulary.
Hata an oops moment.
Nah.
like what will be embarrassing? Give me like probably as
You're
an example
walking,
of a
maybe
scenario.
we're walking towards a group of people, then you fall down and
That's
maybe uko na heels because mpya ndo zinakusumbua kutembea, you fall. That's
That's
an
embarrassing.
Could be an oops moment.
That's an accident.
Could be also embarrassing to someone.
Me and look at it as an
No, okay.
accident.
I remember like maybe, but this one was like when you were still young. So it was like whereby, well, that's right. Whereby like a lady comes to you and then anakwambia ufunge zip. Yeah, but that's...
You're embarrassing.
But you're like same mtu akija niambia thank you na nafunga
Yeah,
zip vizuri.
like I just
so
forgot.
amemake tu an observation anataki niende mahali maybe nafanya presentation zip yangu iko down.
Jo, utafika home ukaivu kumbuke, yani nilitembea kutoka, nilikuja all the way. No maana watu walikuwa wananiangalia funny.
Hey, I have something
So that's the thing. For me, I don't overthink like, watu walionaje ama ni. If I didn't take it as an embarrassment, I don't care what you think.
But also ujai pitia hizi criticism as in this is like you go to some office, you're trying to, make some collaborations.
I have a lot of rejections.
Yeah.
Yes, I have. We have gotten a lot of them.
Yeah.
But that has never stopped me. By the way, let me just tell you one thing. If you want to get rid of me, quickly don't reject me. Niambie 2 years alafu sitakusumbua. Okay. Because me ukireject proposal yenye nimeleta nashindia hapo. Because I will never ask you, okay, what is it that you think we didn't do right? Because you can actually correct it. Or rather help me learn so that when I approach the next one, and I'll make sure you let me know.
Yeah.
Let's say to maybe mwenye ulikuwa
Because,
na
yeah.
job.
Kuna
Like
nyuma,
I am that persistent. Yes. I am really that persistent.
Actually, that reminds me, before Maliza show, like, how do you teach Shan to handle, first of all, like rejection, and also cause ako in the spotlight? So definitely, she's going to be a superstar. She is a superstar right now. So kuna wale mafans wako hapo, kuna critics. So how does she handle also critics? Like, how do you teach her to handle critics?
The first thing we told her, me and the dad, and this is the one thing that we keep on reminding every time, is that si lazima upendwe na kila mtu. Hata Yesu akupendwa na kila mtu.
True.
So you being on the limelight is even worse. People are either gonna get jealous of you, or they're gonna think whatever you're doing is not sufficient enough, or it's not good enough, or they'll always find something. But the few people who actually appreciate what you do, it is good. But bottom line is this: whatever you do, make sure it has a positive influence, and you are actually doing what you like, how you like it. How they take it is none of your goddamn business. Yeah, that's it. And that's how I also live. Like, I'm not here to impress anybody. Yeah. I am here to fulfill my own personal dreams. I'm not even here to, like, you do, even as a mother, you don't make your child love you. Your child will automatically love you because they know mom is doing her best, and mom is fabulous and all that. But when you work hard to make your child love you, then you're not even doing whatever you're supposed to be doing. Yeah. So we don't live by those rules. Yeah. So long as I do what I'm supposed to do, how I'm supposed to do it, and it makes me happy, that's good enough for me. How you take it, that's your problem.
You're doing a really good job. I don't know, tumpige makofi, like, I mean, it's so awesome. Like, you're doing a really nice job. Yeah.
So I'd like you to plug maybe funds, place on as our partner, like your social media platforms as we wrap up, so that we riders and support, Cindy.
Yeah, so guys, I would really, really love for you to come and support my daughter, Shanariha Evans. Like I said, she's a musician, she's an author, she's a climate change advocate, she's an environmental champion. public speaking educator. She does a lot. At 13 years old, she really needs the support, all the support that she can get. So for her music, you can get her music on all music distribution platforms. Kina Spotify at Shanariha Evans, YouTube Shanariha Evans, Instagram follow her at Shanariha_Evans, Facebook Shanariha Evans. Now, for her advocacy work, we have a website. It's called Young Warriors Club. So that's www.youngwarriorsKenya.org. Once you are there, you will see all that she does. We have an Instagram page called the Young Warriors Club. And yes, how can you support her? Number one, just subscribe to her music, listen to her music on all DSPs. But also when you come to her social media, whenever she's having all these events like mangrove planting, beach cleaning, we always have a call for collaborators, partners, sponsors, and just even participants. When we work together, we go a long way. So always be on the lookout for that. We are always willing to work with anybody. Mm-hmm. That's it. So I'll just love for you to go and support my daughter.
Yeah.
Thank you. They will.
So for the mangrove planting is March, no?
Yeah, March.
You buy a tree, ama mnakuja already
No,
the tree are provided.
We'll provide the trees, we'll provide the transportation. What we need is manpower.
Okay.
We want to plant 10,000 trees that particular day.
Okay.
So we need all the manpowers. What's was a panakaba 2,000?
Tutapanda.
Yes.
We are serious. Because
Yes.
serious. So yeah, guys, do that. And for the beach cleaning?
Beach cleaning, we do it every other month, the last weekend of the month. But we just wrapped up one for February because tulishikanisha na January.
Okay.
Because schools zilikuwa zimefunguliwa. So the next one will be end of March.
End of March.
Yeah.
Okay. So after the planting the trees,
planting, we do beach cleaning.
We do the beach cleaning.
Yes.
Okay, guys, your riders meskia, go and support the superstars in the making. And subscribe, guys. Subscribe, like, share, comment. And Max, hayuko around. Kuna mahali tu. Ako tu within. So plug the show and then we wrap up.
First, I'd like to say thank you for those who have been subscribing to our content on the social media platforms. Thank you so much, engaging with us, commenting. I can read one comment from last episode. It said it was nice and engaging. We had a really nice conversation. Thank you and continue supporting us. We really appreciate it. Also, this space is free for hire, or if you want to use this space for something, maybe some production, you can easily find us on our handles. And of course, yes, our producer, or rather our director, will see to it that you get to use the space.
It's a wrap, guys. Manzet pattern in the next pod.
Ciao.
Bye.
What's up, Wave Riders? Welcome to the Tide Clique Podcast.
How you guys doing?
Let me tell you one thing.
Kwani husband anakuanga parent? Men, muna cheat kutushinda.
Why do you fear men?
We are the Tide Clique Gang.
Oh, bring it on, darling.